Happy Tu B'Shvat, everyone. The following Devar Torah is called We the Jewish People, especially in Israel. There are times in a person's life when he or she just stands still in the middle of hell. That hell may be a wind-blowing, burning pit of flames, or frozen tundra, blasting cold throughout your body. And in that split moment, when you are at your wits' ends, all of a sudden, the burning fire or the chilling cold and the monstrous winds just stop and come to a screeching halt. At that moment, you are no longer isolated. You are no longer worried. You are no longer afraid. At that moment, fear becomes afraid of you. Life becomes your servant. Dreams become your ladder, and you become your leader. At that moment, you take stock of yourself, and you see the power and good within. No longer the naysayers have any power over you. You stand proud, erect, confident. You are in control. Tu B'Shvat is here. And in the middle of the winter, when the winds howls, the cold is blistering, the emptiness is all pervasive, you are like the bare tree which taps into its life sap to survive for dear life. Suddenly, your survival instincts are tapped to the fullest because you have reached rock bottom. There is no longer any place to run but to reach into the sap of your life force and bring it to the surface to resurrect your very life, being, and purpose. It is at this moment we, the Jewish people, especially us living in Israel, who must take the Tu B'Shvat moment and stand still and reflect upon our greatness, not in order to praise ourselves, but in order to take stock of ourselves and invigorate ourselves to reach further heights. We, the Jewish people, have withstood 2,000 years of suffering that are so great that no human mind can truly digest it. The amount of poverty, rapes, murders, bigotry, humiliation, fear, horror, brutality, agony, abandonment, and struggle we have endured are light years in magnitude and scope. Our superhuman strength and feats are universes of commitment to keep steadfast to our identity as the Jewish people. How many of our family members in the past 2,000 years have been murdered, raped, abused, or sadly so frightened that they assimilated so none would persecute them ever again? But we who manage to withstand these trials and tribulations must realize and take pride in being descendants of giants. And we who remain steadfast and who do not kowtow to the non-Jewish voices that allure us to leave our culture, heritage, and uniqueness, must take stock of ourselves and realize we are giants as well. And within our amazing people, there's a group that is even taller in commitment. This group is the group of our Jewish brothers and sisters who have left a 2,000-year-old galut. This group is the group of our Jewish brothers and sisters who have left a 2,000-year-old galut, the exile, and has made the land of Israel their home again. To understand the commitment of the Oleh, the immigrant, 9% of Israeli Jews are Olehs, be it from the 1800s or the present. One must understand it is a commitment that is extraordinary beyond extraordinary. We who have returned left the security, comfort, and mindset of our exile homes and have reclaimed our national and familial roots in the land surrounded by missiles, tanks, bombs, chemicals, gas, and weapons that are held in the hands of those who have the will and hatred to commit genocide, and who have tried but failed on several occasions. We, the Oleh, found the courage and confidence to silence the inner voice of the fear of war from the outside. And at the same time, we, the Oleh, found the courage and confidence to silence the inner voice of loneliness, insecurity, fear, and on many occasions, outright desperation. Many of us have encountered con artists, crooks, bureaucracy, communication problems, and great cultural differences. Nonetheless, each Oleh has mustered the sap of life in the middle of his or her hellish frozen wasteland and silenced the winds, howls, and sounds of the madness of isolation, doubt, and the feeling of utter abandonment. And why? Because each Oleh is superhuman in self-commitment, self-respect, and self-survival. Each Oleh is a hero or heroine. Hence, with hands outstretched, hearts open, with minds knowing, all 6 million plus Jewish People living in Israel must embrace each other, love each other, help each other, and, most importantly, remind each other of how great and heroic they are, and thus reinvigorate ourselves as the nation that never wavered from its 2,000-year-old oath. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its power. Our right hand is as adroit, powerful, whole, and beautiful as a day 2,000 years ago, when our captors upon Roman slave ships carried us away as shackled slaves into the exile, when we swore we would return, and return we have. And now in this 70th year of the Tu B'Shvat, we, the Olim of Israel, must silence doubt, reach deep within ourselves, and bring forth, as a united people, the life force within each of us and our fellow Oleh, and plant the seeds of hope and greater commitment to an even greater and glorious Am Yisrael Chai. Blessed be all Olim, blessed be all groups that help Olim. Blessed be Keep Olim movement. Thank you, Hashem. In the merits of my holy parents, I want to thank Hashem. In the merits of my holy parents, whose families made Aliyah in 1878 and 1851. Happy Tu B'Shvat. 5,778.